The camera was obstructed by the beauty. The skilled woman swiftly adjusted the aiming mirror to the target, but her male instinct compelled her to sneak a peek. The killer realized it wouldn't work, so she quickly calmed down and checked her watch. Her heart rate was 65. This was the best time for her. Carl held the gun tightly and concentrated his attention, ready to kill with one shot because she had never missed before. Carl decisively shot the rich man, but the beauty suddenly moved at the critical moment. The body just caught the bullet. Carl quickly loaded the gun and wanted to fire another shot, but the bodyguard had already discovered her shooting point and quickly pulled up the curtain. The best sniper usually only has one chance. Carl quickly put away the gun and picked up the garbage on the ground. Then he put on the helmet and quickly went downstairs and rode the small electric donkey that had been parked at the door. Carl drove out from the small road, threw away the magazine and equipment, took a shortcut to avoid the police car, and then casually threw the helmet into the river. She cleaned up, went to a convenience store, used the toilet, quickly removed her clothes, and washed her body. She carefully shaved her beard and sprayed a lot of perfume before leaving. After completing everything, she walked out cleanly. Carl hailed a taxi and headed directly to the airport. Upon arrival, she discreetly disposed of her self-defense pistol after wiping off the fingerprints. But when she went through security, she found a police dog staring at her. Although Carl had cleaned the smell on her body, she still didn't dare to gamble with the dog's nose, so she decisively gave up this flight and turned into the bathroom. She wiped the skin outside carefully, not missing any details of the sink where she stopped. Carl never takes things lightly. She then booked another flight, but just as she was about to board the plane, her boss called. Carl knew that if the assassination of a heavyweight failed, the killer would sometimes be killed, so now she was likely to be hunted on two fronts. After ending the call, Carl removed the SIM card and destroyed the phone to avoid being tracked. Despite this, Carl remained vigilant after boarding the plane, noticing a man in sunglasses who appeared to be monitoring her. As soon as he got off the plane, Carl took out another fake identity and checked in for a layover. The man in sunglasses coincidentally checked in for a layover and they were both on the same flight. Carl encountered the man in the office. She was alarmed that this man might be following her. Carl didn't dare to take the risk and immediately changed her flight to tomorrow morning and stayed at the airport hotel. She also ordered dinner. After confirming that it was the waiter, Carl stood cautiously by the door. But Carl was not really evil, but needed some weapons. He put a glass against the door handle and put a plate close to the door so that when the door was pushed open, the glass would fall onto the plate and make a sound. Carl took the knife, sat on the chair opposite, and turned off the lights. Luckily, the night was calm, and the man in sunglasses did not reappear. Carl boarded the plane and returned to the Dominican Republic with peace of mind. His car was parked outside the airport, but on the road, Carl still did not relax. He kept changing routes and was highly careful not to drive parallel to any vehicle because once the same speed window, a gun barrel could be extended at any time. After a day of detours, Carl finally returned home. But as soon as he arrived at the door, he found two big footprints. This is not my wife's evil horse. There are many chimneys next to the footprints.